What's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? Are you getting it in? Somebody's getting it for you? What's going on, people? Woo! What's going on, people? It's the day of another day we call Monday. Anyway, that being said, what's going on, people? It is officially December the 1st, 2014. Hope everybody had a safe weekend and stuff like that. Of course, I stayed home, and this is the same here that I told you I was going to flat iron, even though I took it out, but I put it back in, and, I'm just going to work with it from now on, and, do my dilemma and stuff like that. I want to talk to you about these two felons. Felon guys are felons who've been incarcerated, have been locked up, and a lot of times people may not really understand why a felon has been locked up. Some felons are very bad. Of course, we know we got some really cray-crays out there, people that are very, very, very much need to be incarcerated. And we have a lot of people who really didn't do the crimes that are very innocent, who are being serving time for something that they didn't do, and nobody believes them. Because one thing I learned in life is that when a person is not going through a situation, they really don't care. They go, oh, okay. And then they'll say, oh, you didn't do it. You did. When they walk away from you, they'll say, oh, you probably did it anyway. So the thing about it is, okay, let's talk about this. I've always said this before, and I said this again. A transsexual lives the life of a felon. She may not have committed a crime, but she's going to live the life as far as a felon when it comes to trying to apply for jobs. They go for background checks and stuff like that, and when they do for background checks, they do farther back as far as finding out about a person's history and who this person are or is as far as working. But when I was told in some different states, they do different things as far as the records. But for me, per se, as far as New Jersey, New York, and a couple of tri-state areas that I do know about within the states, they definitely do background check and finally find out, if you committed a crime or something like that. Now, as far as the felons and stuff like that, there are some good felons, there are some bad felons out there, and of course I know both sides of the coin. And, okay, most times when people who do commit crimes, they need money. Or there are some, but we're not going to focus. I'm not going to focus on the ones who just did it for the sake of just hurting people. They both are crimes. I'm not going to excuse that. But the simple fact of the matter is that once a felon gets released from prison and they serve their time with a misdemeanor, felon, whatever the case may be, what do you think they're going to do as far as employment? Now, we have this certain thing that we call the welfare system, which they said that within 5 years they kick you off of welfare. Now, if you're kicking people that are off welfare who are not felons versus the felons, people are going to survive any way that they know how. So that means that everybody who has a job, or anybody who has by any means of necessary look like they're walking around with money, will now be not a person who are a civilian travel within the world. You're now going to be a victim of circumstances, because when you tell that man or that woman that they can't have any more money to feed their children, they got to do what they got to do at the end of the day. And some of them feel really bad for what they're going to do to some of us out here, but it's going to happen. And they say, well, nobody gave a fuck about me, so why should I give a fuck about them? And the reason why I'm making this video is because there are a lot of felons, which I know, who cannot find jobs and stuff like that. So you need to go back to school, you need to go back to school. Now, the way the company in the world is set up right now, everything that you try to apply for a job is telling you go back to school. Now, that's not a bad thing as far as, getting more education and stuff like that. But why would you need a bachelor's degree to be a receptionist? And the thing about it is that, we go so far as pushing people to go to school, but what about the people who have businesses, not businesses, but have their own establishments as far as their apartments, their houses? They don't have time to go to school. They need to go find another job. They have to find 2 jobs. They're just barely making within means. We say, well, go to school. Well, a lot of times I know people who have gone to school, who have their bachelor, their master, and they're working at McDonald's. So the thing about it is that I'm not knocking the fact of education, but my thing is this, is that everybody's not available to go back to school. Some people really do just need to go to work to try to make it from point A to point B. The baby's not going to get fed by telling you in school right now, I'm reading a book. Here, we'll rip off some pages so the baby can eat off the pages. People are very stressed out. There are going to be a lot of babies being beaten. There are going to be a lot of babies being murdered. There are going to be a lot of victims. There's going to be people that are working inside of stores. There are going to be people working inside of Dunkin' Donuts and McDonald's, all these type of establishments who is going to be on the hit list. There are going to be people that's going to be leaving the check cashing places who's going to be robbed, who just got enough money to pay their rent, but no one cares, because the simple fact of the matter is that they're going to be the victim of circumstances. People who are dressed up, heading out to the clubs and having fun and stuff like that, you're now going to be a victim as well. The thing about it is that as long as the economy wants to close their eyes to the felons that's out here that's looking for work, and you don't want to give them jobs and stuff like that, everybody's going to be their employee. Basically, you're all going to be paying for whatever they need you to pay for. And you may not realize what I'm saying when I say that. You are going to be the employee. In other words, you're going to be paying them. And the thing about it is that if we set up some type of, what's that say, like a reform type of thing as far as the prison, when they come out, they can try to go to some stair steps as far as getting their life together and make them, as much as we try so hard to make them, we try to make them be, fly right. How could you fly right when you have nothing to present to them? I feel as though when you get them out of prison and stuff like that, you need to set up some type of program, well, it's a job program, and need to talk to some of these companies. Now, the thing about it is, a lot of us maybe feel as though they don't want certain people to work with them, but there are a lot of people who are working out here within the corporate world who are committing crime as well. You know, and then when it comes to transsexuals, girl like me, that's like, well, I don't understand. I don't want you to work with us because simple fact of the matter, we don't know if you're all that much safe if you're not as passable. Anyway, that being said, I want to put this video out there about the felons and stuff like that because simple fact of the matter is that even the civilians, we're all catching holy hell when it comes down to it. But as a civilian, I feel as though we haven't been pushed too far, even though I know some have, to do things we don't want to do. And a lot of us is going to do a lot of things we don't want to do. It's all about the survival. It's, I know what you don't want to do, now tell me what you're going to do. And the simple fact of the matter is that you're going to be doing things you never want to do in life, and that's beneath you, but it's going to come a time when you have to survive, and it's not going to be a thing of someone's judgment on you when it comes to making it in this world. I know this video is about to run out, so I'm just going to put that out there like that. And my thing is this, is that how do you feel as far as the system when it comes to reforming of the felons? Because simple fact of the matter is that we don't find a cure within a certain period of time. The way the world is going, as the recession we live in now, it's going to get worse. Everybody's going to be a victim. Even the felons are going to be victims. Everybody's going to be a victim, and there's going to be a lot more deaths, there's going to be a lot more murders, and people are not going to care, because if you don't care about people, people will return the favor. Anyway, that being said, I want to say hello on the people. Boom. I don't know what you have to feel about that as far as reform of the felons to try to get them jobs. We have to try to find a way to build and move forward. We need to find a way to build for people who are committed a crime as well. I like to say thank you, new people. I like to say hello, all new people. Boom. And I like to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. You do you. I want you to do you the best way you can. Nobody like it, then fuck up.